Every time I turn around, I see a dish that make me wanna throw down. In the kitchen, I be whipping up the pie. Ooh, make sure the oven's hot.
Down boy, I'm
Ready for
ready.
Sunday dinner? Ready for Sunday dinner? She gonna shine. Ready for Sunday dinner? 'Cause it's going down, down, down. Let's go. I say the beat so fucking, tell me what you think. I rock the kitchen to the boogie the beat. I say the beat so fucking, tell me what you think. I rock the kitchen to the boogie the beat. I say the beat so fucking, tell me what you think. I rock the kitchen to the boogie the beat. I say the beat so fucking, tell me what you think. I rock the kitchen to the boogie the beat. I fix my cake and it's looking good. Can't wait to see you. Before I eat, I gotta get a shot. Post it on the front, they gon' want what I got. Get ready for Sunday dinner. Get ready for Sunday dinner. Gonna shine. Get ready for Sunday dinner. 'Cause it's going down, down, down. Let's go. I say the beat so fucking, tell me what you think. I rock the kitchen to the boogie the beat. I say the beat so fucking, tell me what you think. I rock the kitchen to the boogie the beat. I say the beat so fucking, tell me what you think. I rock the kitchen to the boogie the beat. I say the beat so fucking, tell me what you think. I rock the kitchen to the boogie the beat.
Sunday dinner.
Go ahead, unmute. Shavonne.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everyone. I am Chef Delvin, and today we have a very, very special guest for Sunday dinner. Miss Shavonne Alexander
Yes, sir.
of Desmond's. So, hold on, I'm sorry. It's Miss Shavonne Alexander of Desmond's Island Soul Grill. She's a very special friend of mine, and I've seen her come a long way, a very long way. As a matter of fact, her restaurant is vegan. It's a vegan restaurant, and I remember when she was serving meat. and she switched over to vegan, was kind of scared at first that it wasn't gonna be as successful as it is today, but I'm just gonna let you guys let you guys hear from her. So Shavonne, introduce yourself and tell us about your business.
So my name's Shavonne Alexander, and I own Desmond's Island Soul Grill in Virginia Beach. Like Delvin said, I'm now an all vegan restaurant, and I say a Guyanese influenced vegan Caribbean restaurant because it is a Caribbean restaurant. My family's from Guyana. That's the flag right behind us. Guyana, South America. But I went all vegan last September. I did serve meat prior to that. I've been in business for 3 years. I used to be in Norfolk for a year, and then I moved over here, and we just started heading in that direction. And I'm glad I did. I am now vegan. Last October I transitioned, and I took the restaurant with us, and it's been great. It's been great. And more about the business?
That's
okay. All right, so Desmond's, say again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell us how you got started in the business. First, tell us about the name. We need
right.
to know.
Okay. So Desmond's, a lot of folks will come in. So I'm an owner and one of the two chefs. The other chef is Will, and a lot of people will come in and automatically assume he is Desmond, and he's like, nah, I'm just Will. Well, Desmond was my father. I was daddy's little girl all the way out. My father passed 20 years ago. Actually, this year, 20 years ago. And when I was thinking of names for the restaurant, I automatically went to him. He didn't cook. My mom was the cook in the family, but my dad was kind of that inspiration, that strength. Like, he was behind me no matter what I did. I joined the military. Everybody thought I was crazy because I was the first in my family to do it. He was like, nah, she good. She'll be fine. And so when I named in remembrance of my dad. So it's Desmond's Island Soul Grill. Now, I said I was in the military. I retired from the military, and I was thinking about going into contract work. It was like automatic, retire and go into contracting. And something told me, I was like, I had some money left on GI Bill, and I went to culinary school. I've always loved to cook, never looked at it as I was gonna actually own it. I knew I was going to do something in the industry, but I thought I was gonna be behind the scenes, not necessarily be the one cooking. I love to cook. I learned that from my mother, being hospitable. And I just decided, you know what, in culinary school, I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go for it. And I opened up a little, I say a little small, but it was a small spot up in Norfolk. I started calling it my starter spot. And I just started doing what I did all the time, just hospitable and cooked and just enjoyed seeing people enjoy my food, you know. Food became a talking piece. And I started there, and then we outgrew that spot really quickly, and I needed a bigger spot. And so I came where I am here, and actually growing this spot. And I am looking for a bigger spot now. Say again?
You've outgrown that spot.
Yes, yes. And we're very thankful for that. But yeah, if you told me, you know, 5 years ago that I'll be doing this right here, I'm like, nah, but it's been great. It's been great. I love what I do. I love meeting people. We love creating. And I'm glad I decided to go this path.
Yeah, I'm glad you went that path too. Like, I remember when you first went and switched the restaurant over, and I was like, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to eat there. But you already know, I steal plenty of your recipes. You almost had me go vegan at one point. I won't in the future or whatever, but our food is ridiculously good.
Thank you. And we cook, when we cook, we say, you know, we people all the time will come in, and the first thing we hear, we're actually gonna make sure with it, is, man, it smells good in here. And we said, we still cook, even though I think the misconception a lot is that you're making vegan food, it's not gonna taste good. And we're still seasoning the food, we're still creating, we're still making good food. It just doesn't have any meat, dairy, or eggs in it. And that's the misconception, is a lot of folks feel like if it doesn't have meat in it, then necessarily won't be good, but that's not true. You have to, and I know all y'all sitting there, you season your meat. The same way you season your meat, you gotta season your vegetables and your food, and you'll still be great.
She's not lying. I'm telling you, them jerk mushrooms. You know that's my favorite too. Them jerk mushrooms is on point.
That goes quick. And then we say we're out of jerk mushrooms, they're like, what?
And that I'm just going down your menu. That pulled jackfruit. Yeah. I got to get over there. I definitely got to get back over there soon. Shavonne, if you could be doing anything else in life, what would you be doing?
Teaching. Before I went into military, I wanted to be a teacher. And so I would be teaching. And I kind of incorporate that here too. Besides Will, you know, our staff is young. And so every day we are teaching. You know, when it comes to Will, I met Will in culinary school. I went to Culinary Institute of Virginia, and I met Will, and he's from New York as well, and so we automatically became friends, and that's my brother. We've known each other now for 6-7 years, and he didn't know before I introduced him to Caribbean food. He knew Caribbean food as a Jamaican beef patty with cocoa bread and some cheese inside, you know, and that's all he knew. But he's been in this game, the restaurant game, for a minute because he's worked in kitchens. But he wasn't familiar with anything but what everybody knows as, you know, Caribbean food, automatically, you know, Jamaican food. And I taught him what my mother taught us, you know, me, and took that with what we learned at culinary school, because culinary school taught us technique. You know, it didn't teach us necessarily what we do here. You know, it taught us technique, what we use here. So coupled with what we learned from our family, you know, and what we learned from eating out and everything else, is how we do what we do here. But he took what I'm like, hey, this is how I do this, or this is how, you know, how we eat. And he was open. That's the biggest thing. He was open to learning. You know, once you're open to learning and don't think you know everything, because even to this day, I'm still learning. You know, and once you're open to learning new ways or new flavors or new techniques, you can build on that. and he has, and it's been, yeah, our partnership has been great. Our partnership in the kitchen has been great.
Yeah, and like you said, you got to be open to learning. Because, I mean, just knowing you, Shavonne, I learned a whole lot. You know, I call you, I bug you get attitude with me sometimes because I call you so much. Hey, Shavonne, how you do this? How you do that? You like, yo, figure it out for yourself.
And right, and listen, he is right. And I tell you, I said, just take what you learn and expand on it. And that's all, because you have the skills. You have the skills, and that's what it is. But, and it's not about not wanting to tell somebody. It's just take what you have learned. And that's how I've learned. And I think that's how we've learned to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? And we make mistakes, and it's not necessarily mistakes. It'll just come out something else that we hadn't thought of, and we're like, oh, okay, then we'll do this now, you know? And that's how we've gotten to our lentil burger. Have you tried our lentil burger?
Shavonne, I've had everything you
Oh
cooked.
my gosh. So our lentil burger started off, you know, where you did Thanksgiving. Folks want us to cater, and I said, I'm gonna do a lentil loaf. And so I made a lentil loaf. It was so good. And we decided, hey, if we take this lentil loaf and roll it into a ball, it's now lentil ball, like the meatballs. So we started doing that. One day, Will's making lentil balls and was like, wait a minute, smashed it, and it became a lentil burger. And now from there, of course, we've grown to where it is now, you know, where it's ridiculous. You haven't tried a lentil balls and lentil burger now, it's ridiculous.
Just from this conversation,
so I'm just saying, we go in steps, you know. We're always learning, we're always creating, we're always thinking of, okay, what can we do with this, or how can we make this ours, or how can we make this better, you know? And that's what, you know, we've been doing.
Yeah.
Keep doing.
So what would you do? What advice would you give to people that's just starting out?
Don't wait. Don't wait for that perfect time, that perfect recipe, that perfect menu. Don't wait. It's never going to be, when you're starting out, you're going to have an idea of what you want to do, and it's never going to be exactly that thing, you know, but you can't wait, because the longer you wait, somebody else is doing it. Or the longer you're like, oh wait, I got this idea, somebody else is going to start it out. And you're like, man, why? You know, don't wait. Just do it. Take the leap. Do it and then perfect it.
Right.
Don't wait for that.
It's definitely
not wait. Right. You gotta go for it. You gotta go for it. And not everything you do will be successful, but you take whatever didn't work and you turn it into something that can work. You know, just and then keep it moving. That's what, just keep it moving.
So who inspires you, and what is your greatest inspiration?
Who inspires me?
Besides
say again.
Besides yourself.
Besides myself. Now, you know me. I'm hard on myself. And so it's a couple, like, everyday person who takes their passion or their love to do something and makes it happen for themselves. That inspires me. To see somebody take an idea or take anything and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. That inspires me. Of course, my mom, my dad, my mom, I used to look at her like, how do you do that? Like, she worked, you know, that 9 to 5, came home, cooked, cleaned, did everything, got up and did the next morning. I'm sitting there like, when do you have time for yourself, you know? But I watched her no matter how she felt, she still did for others. She still was hospital. She still made things happen. You would come to the house and folks would be like, you know, out of the blue, would come visit, and there was nothing in that fridge, and she'll come out with a meal, and you're looking like, where'd you find that at? You know, but she knew how to create. And I never looked at it as creating until now, you know, where she opened that fridge and was like, okay, I got this, this, and this. There's 6 people out there. I'll make it happen. And she did. So she inspires me. Like I said, the everyday person, my friends who created businesses from the time I've met them and watched them grow, or leave their 9 to 5 and say, you know what, I'm going for it. And not everybody, I'm saying do that. Not everybody leave the 9 to 5 and then and go start. Make sure you have a foundation. But just watching folks, you know, live out their dream and live out their passion, that inspires me. That really inspires me.
So, what would you say your favorite dish or ingredient to work with out of all the ingredients?
Dish-wise, and this is a dish not even coming from my house, but the rasta pasta. the rasta pasta has become our signature dish, and that was one of the dishes I took from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and the original footprints was 5 minutes from my house, and we used to go and get their rasta pasta, and their rasta pasta wasn't vegan. The base is vegetarian, and then you could add the meat and everything to it. So I was like, I don't have pasta on the menu. You know what? We'll start doing, you know what? We're going to do the rasta pasta, but I'm going to make it vegan. I'll make it vegan, and I'm going to add a couple different things to it to make it ours. And we did that. And we did that. And it was one of them little secret menu items that we did where if you knew, you knew, you know, then people told. And so everybody would come in and ask for it. And I'm like, yeah, we got to just put this on the menu, you know? And we did. And, you know, originally we had, it was a jerk chicken rasta pasta. We did a salmon rasta pasta. We did oxtail rasta pasta. Right. And then one day, one of our regular star, she came in and she wanted some salmon. And I didn't have any seasoned at the moment. We had just finished smoking some mushrooms, so we started doing jerk mushrooms at the time. She said, well, why don't you, can I get the mushrooms on the pasta? And I was like, okay, do that on there. That is now our signature dish, the jerk mushroom rasta pasta. And what I like about it is it can be tailored. Now that we sell so much of it, you know, I make batches of sauce. But even if I do it I cater it, and someone says, you know what, I don't want it as spicy, I got you. It's something that you can play with. You can add different vegetables too, and you can play with the taste. The rasta pasta taste will be there, but you can play with it and come up with something. It can be tailored. But that's our signature dish now, that jerk mushroom rasta pasta.
You know, footprints, man. Every time I go to New York, I go to footprints. My brother take me, and like you said, to the original one. And if that rasta pasta is like that.
That's where it started. That's where I got it. And I give, and anytime somebody asks, I'm like, I give, respect. That's where I learned it from. That's where I learned from. We just made it vegan and added some more, made it Desmond and added some more, flavors to it. But that original rasta pasta, I learned it from them. And I have no problem saying that's where I learned it from.
Yeah, well, you learn from the best. I can tell you that, because every time we go, the line is out the door, or if you call, you ain't getting your order right away. But looking back on stuff, what do you think you could have done better?
Ask for help. Ask for help. Ask for help. Ask for help. And because I'm a person, I'm gonna do it. I am that black woman. We're like, oh, okay, I got it, and I'm gonna take care of it. But ask for help. Don't be. This is Will's about to walk through this door. Ask for help. I said Will's about to walk through. Yeah, he just came in. But we're doing a drawing today for teachers, because we did we're doing a raffle for teachers. We're gonna do 2 private dinners from the names we received. Nice. So we're gonna pick it after this interview. We're gonna pick it on live. So, but yes, ask for help and use somebody else's money. When I was opening, I didn't want to deal with the banks, and it's harder, to get funds, capital, and I didn't want to go through that. I didn't want to go through that trouble, and I was like, I'm gonna just use my savings. I would have made that business plan and went to the banks, and especially being a veteran, and went to the banks and got their money and started it, not necessarily, take my savings and doing it. I'm glad, I still worked out, but still, I learned to ask for help.
Right.
Learn to ask for help.
Now, even though you didn't ask for help, that's what you felt you could have done better. Doesn't it feel better the way you came about it and where you are now, though?
It does. It feels good to know that you you built this.
That you got a strong backbone. That's what feels good.
It is. If that does feel good, I'm saying it would have, a lot less stress.
Definitely a lot less stress. But you are now, you know that you can start from the bottom and end up to the top.
Right. And what you're saying is very true. A lot of people look at where we are now and think, this is what this is not, Desmond ain't look like this. We didn't look like this when we started. We didn't look like this. We've come a long way, and a lot of customers don't see that. They don't, unless you've been with Desmond, and watching our growth. But folks who's let me tell you something right now. I appreciate everybody that comes through that door. And, but they might not have seen where we came from to where we are now, and it took a lot of work, took a lot of tears, took a lot of sweat. But yes, you're right. It feels good. It feels good to know we built this. We built this. We're here and we did this. It does feel good. Yes.
Right. And I seen halfway. I was halfway through when I first met you. You were halfway through from to where you are now. So when I walked in and I seen, from what I've seen, you came a long way. And like I said, you inspire me. Whether you know it or not, like, you inspire me, man. I call you for anything, really. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I just want to know something, I know Shavonne gonna know. If I know,
and if I don't know, what I'm gonna do? Look it up.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Always learning.
Where to find it at and look it up or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm just. It's great to see you grow, still growing,
Thank you.
To see where you came from and where you are now, and you still not finished. I'm just waiting on you to get this huge restaurant so you can seat more people. And
right. And we have our customers that come and we small when we have our space wise, so we haven't reopened our dining in. We still just do takeout. We have our little patio seating in the front that you can eat outside, that people do choose to eat out there. Our 5 tables we use storage, because we've, like I told Chef, we've grown, and we are so thankful and grateful. We've grown through this COVID season, and our tables have become storage. So even if I wanted to, there's no one, we don't have the space for folks to sit in there. So we have to we're actually looking for places now to get into. And there's folks that come from your side all the time and like, Hampton's over here if you want to, but I'm like, y'all across the water, y'all far, but yeah, we're trying to find a spot right now that can accommodate, indoor dining. We are.
It's definitely. I'm gonna double back. I'm gonna go ahead and double down on what the people from my side saying. It is space available over here if you want to make that move. Because it ain't no great vegan spot. I don't even know one vegan spot over here. And if you was over here, I would probably go vegan.
Yeah, we have people who come across that water. We have people come across the water and they're like, you want to take that trip? And I was like, we don't know about that. We have a young lady, it was this Friday that came in. It's Friday or Saturday that came in. And she was like, down on Jefferson, where the Whole Foods is, that's a good area. So, but we are looking so that we can have folks back inside. We miss that, we miss talking to people, and cooking, and we cook right in front of you. That's one of the things that we do, and so we miss that.
Yep. So, what do you found the best way to market your business?
Social media, of course. Social media. I used to just do Facebook, and then my daughter, she was like, you need to get on Instagram, like for real, and stop with 4 pictures. And so we started doing that.
Instagram page.
Say again?
He made that Instagram page popular.
And here's it is, but I have a social media manager. And, I had to go because I know that what he does for me, I can't always do. And he manages, I think, four restaurants. It's like 4, right? 4 restaurants in this area that he goes on there, and you give him content and what we're doing or whatever, and that's what he does. He pushes it out there. And so, a lot of times it takes money to make money. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna hire him. And he's actually someone we Will met 4 years ago. Yeah. 4 years ago, he came in to eat. About 3 years ago, met him. Cool. His Numarama, and he has a page. And he's a great guy, and he's all about food, all about the community, all about Hampton Roads, period. And he started doing that, and then when he started doing it full on, I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it over to him because he can really do it the way it's supposed to be done. Right. And he has. You've seen. I'm like, wow.
I gotta get with you off screen to get with him because I need him.
He knows. He comes, takes the pictures. He'll come in, and he actually lives in North Carolina. He comes in, he'll get the pictures done, the videos, and then he'll do his content, and he'll create. And that's his creations, and he'll make it. And I'm like, oh, I want to eat there. Wait a minute. You know? I'm like, okay. But yes, he does a good job. But social media. I don't care. Any restaurant, even if, you know, you're an older person who's not on it like that, you get your kids, your grandkids, whoever, let them do it. Get social media.
Right. Well, that's all of the questions that I have for you. I just want you to let them know where you're located, your address, your social media, your Instagram, everything, so they can get in contact with you, because people need to get some of this good food.
So we're at 977 Reon Drive. Reon is not well known, but it's Indian River Road, right off 264, Indian River, down the street from Regents University. We're open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 11 to 7. Friday and Saturday, we do open till 11 to 8. On Facebook and Instagram, it's Desmond's Island Soul Grill. DESMONDS Island Soul Grill. And you'll find any specials we're having. Our menus on there. And actually, we've just decided, I said October 5th? Don't let me get the date wrong. Whatever Saturday is, October 4th or October 5th, we're going to be across the water. Is it 10th?
You do the pop-up shops too, right? Let them know.
We do pop-up shops. So we're going to be doing the, I think Newport News has it's a great food truck rally, even though we don't have food truck. That's like my third goal up, to get a food truck. I got two working on right now. The third one will be getting that food truck, but they're still accepting, like, you know, tables. So we'll be on that side next month. But we do pop-ups. And if someone has a pop-up, if y'all live on that side of the water and there's a place that, you know, want to do a pop-up, we'll come out there and do a pop-up.
Yes, you will.
But yes.
Well.
And we cater. So email, Instagram, and Facebook messaging if you want any, or just call when we're open, and we can set up.
We ain't got
say again. Oh, phone number is 757-963-2681. 757-963-2681. Call during working hours, and if it's not during working hours, then send a message, Facebook or Instagram, or email us. And the email is Desmond'sIslandSoulGrill@gmail.com. Simple.
All right. Well, it was nice having you on. I don't have any more questions for you now. We're going to open up the questions from the group if anybody got any questions. Let me see. Somebody said we're making them hungry. I'm hungry too. Somebody said your skin is flawless.
Thank you. And I don't have any makeup on or anything. This is just water and some soap. Thank you.
Chef Keisha said, will you travel to Texas?
Listen, Chef Keisha, we were before COVID said we were going to go to California and do the, what was it called, Will? The vegan street fair.
Tell me about that.
Huh?
I remember you told me about
Right, because we were going the weekend, when everything shut down, the weekend after, we were going. And everything got shut down. So we will travel. We will travel. But yes, we will come out. If there's a venue or something happening, and yeah, we will come out there. We will come out there.
Somebody else asked, how about dual locations?
Dual locations. Well, y'all gotta, you wanna say hi, Will? It's funny, I keep looking over there because whenever he has like dual locations, these are things we've considered, we've talked about. I'm really hands-on. And
yeah, she don't like nobody else. She don't want nobody else in the kitchen but her and Will.
So because it's not only that now. So you know, Laura's a beast now. She wears a chef jacket. She's only 18, but she's been with us for 2 years, and she knows what we do. But she knows how much pride we have in our work. She knows what that name on the restaurant means to me, you know. And so that's where I have to like let go a little for us to have a dual locations, because I have to trust in someone else to know that they'll do what we do here.
Right.
You know, so, but I have to let go some. so I can do that.
You do have to let go, but I understand where you're coming from because it has to be consistent with the same thing that you
Right.
In any business that you run, consistency is
right.
So if
right.
I over here and you got another location over here and this jerk mushrooms don't taste the same over here,
Right.
we got a problem.
Right.
So
And there's Will knows, like, there's things that Will do, and I might spice a little bit different than he did, but you will get the same, how do I say it? Same love, the same flavor. And as long it has to be, you have to, I'm telling you, even with the collars, even with the collars, you have folks going, man, these collars. And I'm like, it's collars. But they're like, you don't understand, because we don't, of course, use meat in the collars. But folks who eat meat will still grab these. Our vegan mac, our vegan mac, when I did meat, people would have the oxtails, and instead of getting the regular mac, want the vegan mac. And my vegan folks would be like, don't give them that. That's our stuff. But like, we let them eat the regular stuff. But even the vegan mac, it's the flavor. It's the flavor and the seasonings. And we just want to, like, that's our biggest thing is for folks to come in. They'll come in. A lot of times they'll hear about us because we'll do an interview on like news, and they'll hear Caribbean restaurant, and they'll see that flag, and there's not a lot of places that you go to where you'll see a Guyanese flag or a Trini flag. You'll automatically see a Jamaican flag. So they'll be like, oh wait, but then they come in, they're like, wait, you're vegan? Or like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but you still gotta try it. You came in and said it smelled good. Try it, and then they'll try it, and they're like, "Oh wow!" So let's just try it. Just try it. Not everything is gonna be for everybody, but try it. Don't be like, "Oh, y'all don't do no meat." No, I don't know about this, but just try it. Just try it. Will, I never thought he would transition. Will's vegetarian.
What?
Yeah, Will's a vegetarian. He went in February, right? When we had Tabitha here, Tabitha spoke, and she spoke, and even I didn't know how in depth her story went. And at that point, I had already transitioned to vegan. But Will next week, he started. Will's vegetarian.
Congrats, Will.
He said, "Congrats."
Somebody asked, where do you purchase your ingredients?
That's another thing I have to let go of, because in the morning I'm doing my runs, and I'll go to Depot for bigger items that I can get. But I'll be you said ingredients, right? Yeah, it'll be Depot, the Asian markets. I go to MP's for my seasonings.
She does all of this herself, y'all. Of this herself.
The Asian markets. So the Asian markets, you'll go to get your vegetables and fruits that are like, indigenous to the Caribbean countries and stuff. You got to go to the Asian markets. I go to MP's because he has a market in the restaurant where I get my spices, because I'm not going to get like the Guyanese curries and stuff from the Asian markets. But I go to MP's and I could get that. So the Asian markets, Depot, MP's. Where else do we hit up? Yes, all the Asian markets.
Asian markets every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
The Indian market.
And the Indian market as well. The Indian markets as well. And then even So and then once in a while we do Latino markets. But yeah.
We hit up every nationality.
Help, yeah, we do. And especially, we'll do our specials, and our specials we'll do we'll look at them and be like, hey, one day we're gonna make some pad thai, or we're gonna make some Italian food, or we're gonna do this. And so and then of course we want to be all to the T, and so we'll go find those ingredients. So yeah, a lot of smaller places, and then of course, like I said, Depot, we got to hit up for the bigger items, and stuff that we can get in bulk. But even then, I'm trying with Depot to get them to get more vegan options. I tell them online we use vegan mayo, and I'm like, could y'all please get the big? I will buy this. I will please get it because we need it, because I'm buying little bottles at Kroger's. And they're like, oh well, I don't know if there's gonna be a big. I'm like, no. We're out here. People are hired. They will buy this. So yeah. So it's all the little spots.
Well, I don't see any more questions.
Okay.
It was all my pleasure to interview you. I was looking forward to this interview, and I will be over there because I just started back. I'm back to work since March.
Mm-hmm. On the Virginia Beach side.
Yeah, I'm on that side now.
Okay.
Every day. So I will definitely stop by on my way home to grab me a plate.
Yep. We're here.
And,
We're here.
and y'all should too. If you on that site, she gave you the address, I'm telling you, you will not.
And like I said, the menu, you can find the menu on, it's pinned on Facebook, it's highlighted in Instagram, and then we also do online ordering that you can find the link in the bio on Instagram, and that has the menu as well on there. So look through the menu. If you have any questions, call us, but look through the menu and see. And then if you just like rasta pasta, vegan mac, crab cakes, we do try our crab cakes. Call and make sure we have some available because we do sell out. We do sell out, and it's things that we have to prep to, you know, so we can't make a quick batch right away, you know. So just call to make sure we have it. A lot of people call in the morning, place their order, and then pick it up in the evening, you know. So just call us and place your order or do it online to make sure we have it.
All right, thanks again, Shavonne.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.